So we've got a pretty streamlined red-white deck here. Let's see what pack 3 can give us. And, oh boy, there's Junji. This is certainly going to be a difficult decision. Hello Daily Drafters, today is Friday, March 11th, and thanks for joining me for today's Daily Draft. As we hop into this draft here, thanks so much again to all of you subscribers for choosing to spend a part of your day here with me and watching today's video. And for those of you that are not subscribed yet, we'd love to have you on board. Go ahead and click that red subscribe button attached to or underneath this video. It's absolutely free, and then you will then have access to the most consistent, high-quality MTG Limited content on YouTube. Today is our 20th draft of the format, and we are going deep, having fun. Lots of trophies on the channel so far. Lots of underwhelming decks too. We're usually very hot or cold, but let's hope today can be one of those hot days. So I really do like green, and I love green sagas. I have not been very impressed with Dragon Kami Reborn, to be honest. It's not really been that great. So I think I'm going to pass it here in favor of probably the Long Reach of Night. This is one of the really, really good black sagas. A little bit worse than Life of Toshiro Umezawa, but it's just very good, right? And as far as commons go, I mean, there's Virus Beetle, Samurai Patrol, Kami's Flare, but none of those are like really competing with this. Web Spinner Cuff is probably the second best card in this pack, but we'll take Long Reach of Night here. And don't have a great black follow-up, unfortunately. There is Scrounger, but that's the only card in the black card in the pack. And I don't think we need to take it. I think the best card in this pack overall is Rabbit Battery. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and take here. Haven't been super impressed with Jukai Naturalist. Even in green-white, it's not that important to the deck. And there's a Tamnio's Completion, which has been okay. But I think Rabbit Battery is by far and away the best card in this pack. So we'll just go ahead and take that here. And wow. Let's see. Can we make this work? 3 mana, 3/4. If a creature attacking causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. I don't know if that's really even worth trying to build around at this point. We have a Chef, another Rabbit Battery, a Kami's Flare, and a Voltage Surge. I think I'm going to take the second Rabbit Battery here, and maybe we can lean very aggressive with this deck. 2 Rabbit Batteries is a great start to an aggro deck in this format. I know it doesn't really go with the Long Reach of Night that well, but double Rabbit Battery is great. Okay, so black is already drying up a little bit. Don't really want to consider Inkrise Infiltrator in this deck, I don't think. Spinning Wheel Kick's been pretty good, but you need a lot of mana to make it good, and Rabbit Battery is incentivizing us to not do that. So I think I'm actually going to land on Simian Sling here, another red 1-drop. 1 mana for the 1/1. It can also be equipped to give a creature +1/+1, and whenever this or equipped creature is blocked, it deals 1 damage to the defending player. So I think we're definitely going to go with Simian Sling here, and we're leaning pretty low curve already. So we'll see what comes our way. And then we see Goshentai of Ancient Wars here. There's an aggressively slanted Chainflail Centipede, which could be good in a red-black, like a red-black aggro deck. Salvage is not what we're going to be looking for. Ember Keeper is just a random 2 mana 2/1 that could have upside, potentially, but I don't know. If we're going aggro with this kind of a start, this may not actually be that great, but it is red, and I think we're more incentivized to stay red. So we're just going to take the red card here. Now we see Aki Ember Keeper. You Are Already Dead. To a lesser extent, Fall of Lord Kanda. I don't think we want Network Terminal for splashing. I guess we could just take the red 2-drop and just, again, lean very, very low curve red deck. I don't think we're going to miss any of these black cards necessarily. So we'll take the red 2-drop here. Works decently well with Simian Sling and Rabbit Battery. Maybe that is a reason to play some Aki Ember Keepers in this deck. We already have 3 cheap equipments that we can use. Risona Asari Commander. 3 mana 3/3 haste. Can gain indestructible counters. Maybe we can go red-white. not a deck I don't think I've ever drafted red-white in this format, but this is kind of how you get into it, right? I mean, we're leaning very aggressive so far, and Risona goes well with that. I mean, we don't really want Clawing Torment to go with Long Reach of Night, so we'll just take Risona here, and maybe we could put together a decent little red-white aggro deck. A very late Flame Discharge. There's also Imperial Subduer, which is pretty good in white, but we're just going to stay red here with Flame Discharge and be very happy with that. And then here come all the white aggro cards. I think we could take Exemplar. Maybe we could take Mothrider Patrol in this deck. That might actually be a little bit better, because we can give it +1/+1 several times. It can count as a warrior attacking alone. For the cards that care about that, we'll probably be able to pick up at least one of these, but I think the first copy of Mothrider Patrol is going to be pretty good in any red-white deck, so we'll take that here. And get ready for a quick one, folks. Today is looking to be aggressive. We'll keep this in here for now in case we open like Junji or something, but for now I think we are leaning towards red-white aggro, which is not a deck I have drafted so far this format, and we see yet another Mothrider Patrol. Pick 10, yes please. So I think our deck is wide open. An Imperial Subduer. Yeah, if these decks work, I mean, if you curve out well enough, opponents, they get run over. I've been run over by the good red-white deck several times in this format already, so I guess we could take Brute Suit. Well, Dragonfly Suit might be good enough. 5-drop, but there's also this in case we want to go red-black aggro, because the Centipede came back to us, so we'll just take that here. Kaito's Pursuit, don't think we need to run that one, and a Mountain. Alright, can pack 2 help us decide on a direction, and I don't think we can pass up on Hidetsugo here. Yeah, this seems very, very good. I mean, as far as white goes, there's Subduer. We can take Hidetsugo. It's the only black card in this pack except for Mukotai Ambusher. There's also Kamano Faces Kakazan, which would be good in our deck. But gosh, this card is so good. We could splash Hidetsugo in a red-white aggro deck, maybe, but I don't know how good that would be. Like, what are we giving up on right now? Double Mothrider Patrol, Subduer, and Risona for a Hidetsugo? I'm going to speculate on it. This could be wrong. I might just need to take Kumano and just go down red-white here. But I'm going to take the Hidetsugo. It's a very, very good card. Now there is the Reality Chip, but we're not in blue. So Twisted Embrace, if we're going black, but that's a little bit higher on the curve than I want to be playing in this style of deck. There's more Subduers. Companion could be good for a little bit of white card draw. I don't think we're taking any of these black cards here, so it's down to Subduer and Companion, I think. I'm going to lean on the side of the first Spirited Companion. So let's take that here. And then we see Blizzard Blade Kitsune, which could be pretty good in this style of deck with all of these +1/+1s already. Ambitious Assault might be a card we could run. So let's take the Kitsune here. I mean, it's Lethal Exploit if we wanted to go down black. But it's not that great of a card. It is removal, but it's not outstanding. And now we see Twin Shot Sniper. There's Experimental Synthesizer as well, and there's Bloodfell Caves to think about splashing Hidetsugo. But I think we're going to take Twin Shot Sniper and probably just lean very aggressive red-white. I wanted to speculate on that Hidetsugo there. We really just missed out on another Imperial Subduer. Was pretty much it. There might have been one other white card that I am forgetting at the moment. But it was definitely worth speculating on this. This card's really good. So we'll take Twin Shot Sniper here. No black at all in this pack, but a ton of white. So we can take Spirited Companion again. Again, Spirited Companion gets better in a deck with multiple ways to augment its power to make it actually relevant. It also just adds a little a little bit of card advantage for a deck that usually struggles to do that. So I think we are mainly leaning red-white here. Maybe we could take this Bloodfell Caves. Red-white's not going to want to play a lot of tap lands, but maybe we can get away with splashing Hidetsugo. We could have a very aggressive start, and then once the board stalls, we could just slam a Hidetsugo and then start going to town with that. Don't think we're going to miss either of these cards. So let's just take the Caves and see if we can really even make that splash happen. Now there's Era of Enlightenment, Aki Emberkeeper. Think I'm going to land on the Era of Enlightenment here. It's a little slower, but it does give us a first striker, and with these creatures, being able to augment that first striker could be pretty good. Wouldn't mind even playing another Emberkeeper in this deck, but we'll do here. Bronze Plate Boar, great pickup. 3 mana, 3/2 trample, or we can reconfigure for all of our mana to just start making other things get trample and get big. Unstoppable Ogre might not be awful, but with Unstoppable Ogre in a format where Virus Beetle is running rampant and is a very, very good card, it makes it a little bit worse because then the Ogre could just trade for the Beetle. So a decent looking red-white aggro deck here. Wouldn't mind picking up on probably like 1 or 2 more Simian Slings. I think. So this was our first pack, and the Subduer did come back. So we didn't really miss out on taking the Hidetsugo here. So let's take the Subduer. Don't think we care about any of these. There's Unstoppable Ogre, but there's an Ambitious Assault. I don't think we'll run it, but maybe I could think about it. There's another Bloodfell Caves. Maybe we can make this work here. If we get one more Bloodfell Caves or a red-white duel, then I think we're basically able to play Hidetsugo for free. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? And then we see Junji. Huh. So we could go Centipede, Long Reach of Night, Junji, Hidetsugo. Is that better than double Moth Rider Patrol, double Spirited Companion, Era of Enlightenment, all of this? Can we even make playables if we do that? Gosh, I don't know, but this is so powerful. Junji plus Hidetsugo. Long Reach of Night's good. Chainflail Centipede is fine in an aggressive-ish deck. We could run some of these cards if we have to. It's either that or we take, like, Simian Sling, which I would be fine with in this deck, but gosh, I'm taking Junji here. It's so good. So no red. If we want to go black, we could take Exploit here. Yeah, I think we've got to lean black at this point. I know we have a little bit, like we have a very aggressively slanted red-white deck here, but the power in these couple of cards at the top is so high that I think we've got to take it. So let's move these cards to the sideboard here and see that we have 13 playables. Maybe a couple extras if we have to play them. Yeah, let's take the Exploit here and think we're going to lean black-red. Now we see another Kitsune. Don't think we need to think about splashing Grease Fang. Guess we could take an Inkrise Infiltrator as a black 2-drop. Behold the Unspeakable would love to play, but I don't think we can. There is Terrarium. If we wanted to try to splash something white, like Risona. There's Papercraft Decoys, a random 2-drop, Brute Suit, Aki Ronin. What's our curve look like? Not awful. Do we have a Brute Suit yet? No, I don't think we do. There's also just Return to Action, which could be good in a deck like this. I think I'll just take the Return to Action. Synthesizer, Searchlight Companion. I do like Synthesizer, but it'd be a disaster if we flip Hitotsugo or Junji or something off of it and aren't able to play it. So I don't think this is the deck for that card. There's just a random Searchlight Companion here or a 4-drop. Maybe we could just take the random 4-drop as a body. I don't think Searchlight Companion's doing much in this deck. So we'll just take the 4-drop here. Then there's Papercraft Decoy and then Lion Sash. Wow, Lion Sash pick 6. So, you know, let me know if you would have gone red-black or if you would have stayed red-white here. That was a really, really tough decision, but with, you know, Hitotsugo, Long Reach of Night, and Junji, I think that's a really, really compelling argument for going red-black in this particular draft. We'll see if it pays off, but I think white could have also been very good. Probably just take the random 2-drop here and Papercraft Decoy. Ember Keeper, another 2-drop, that seems fine. Yeah, I'm curious to see where y'all would have landed. Ooh, Containment Construct. Can one of those network terminals come back? Maybe. Are we discarding anything any other way? No, not really. Maybe. I think there were a couple network terminals that could come back. So maybe we can get that. Seismic Wave. Yeah, you might have to play that. It's not the end of the world. Terrarium, maybe. Come on, let me get one of those network terminals. Ambitious Assault. Terrarium, Ronin, entry. Probably Ronin, it's just a body. So we still need one more card. I think there were several network terminals, but I suppose they won't come back. So we certainly have a bit of a different red-black kind of deck here than what is usually in this format. But it's got power, so at least there's that. Okay, so we don't really have a way to splash any of these white cards. And right now we're still missing a card, so... How many creatures and stuff do we have? Let's take a look at our curve and our creatures and things. So we don't really need Terrarium. Everything else seems fine to run. Some of these are a little underpowered, but once we get here, things can be okay. So let's take a look at some of these red cards. I don't think we want Emergence. Lethal Assault, we have 16 creatures. I mean, it could be okay. Or, I mean, Ambitious Assault, Gift of Wrath, Dramatist Puppet. Let's put one Assault in the deck. Kaito's Pursuit discards 2 cards, and this doesn't really do much for us. Could go 16 lands here. But then we have to put 2 more cards in. Maybe just a Gift of Wrath. I mean, 4 mana for +2/+2 and Menace is pretty good, and you get a Spirit when it leaves. Or a red Spirit 2/2 with Menace. Yeah, and then running 17 lands still. 17 lands is going to be pretty good with Hitotsugo because we want to be able to activate this almost every turn. Yeah, I think we'll run it back like this. And this will be our 3rd Mythic Rare Dragon that we've had in the format. We have yet to have... No, we've had 4. We've yet to have the red one. It's the only one we haven't had. Played all the other ones. So here is the Junji deck. Red-black. Maybe should have been red-white, but tough draft to navigate. But I think we have a powerful deck here. So, yep. A couple of our last cuts making our opening hand here. It's nice to draw, but quite a bit of ways away from being able to cast it. Oh, you kidding me? Okay, this card is ridiculous. And now we can't even play Aki Emberkeeper because it's going to die. So this could be a quick game one. Alright, so I think now we can just play the Infiltrator as a good blocker here. Alright, so they found their white. They have some sort of ninjutsu here. That's why they did that, so let's see what they put in. Dokuchi Shadow Walker. Now they have a 5/5 and we are screwed on mana, so that's a little rough. Yeah, I guess we're just playing this and taking 7 now. Yep. Who's the aggro deck? Turns out it's them. Gonna get an Intercessor's Arrest? Lethal Exploit? Yeah, pretty much. So this can kill Shrine Steward. Yeah, that was a quick game, wasn't it? Guess we do this. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I think we're just dead here anyway, so. Let's hope they put the arrest, or the exploit on Shrine Steward so we can kill it. And if they don't, we're still going to have to kill it. And if they, yeah, if they don't, then we're just dead. Assassin's Ink. Okay. So we go to 1. Can't even play that. We could channel it here, jump there and die. We can block here, give it lifelink, and then die. We can block here, give it lifelink, and they pump this, and we're not, and we are dead. So I don't see a way out of this one. Yeah, that was a pretty quick game. All right, see if we can turn it around for round 2. Okay, decent enough. Let's just play Papercraft Decoy here. Oop, what do they have for 1 black? What's in the format for 1 black mana? Let's offer this trade. Ooh, sure. Draw that card and play the Rabbit Battery. Next turn we could play Sniper if they play an X2. No. Yeah, there's an X2. Or X1, I guess. Alright. And then we'll get in there. Shrine Steward. Looks like they're playing Shrines, so depends on which one they get. We're gonna have to kill it. Yeah, so we're gonna have to kill that one. So what we can do is we can play Steelbreaker, equip it, attack with this. Next turn, this can kill that. We can also just equip this, play Containment, or we could play Containment Construct, equip it, attack with both. Now, let's just do this here. And then we can attack with... We may not need to attack with this, because next turn we can kill this, equip it here, and still have good attacks, assuming they play this. Let's just attack here. Okay, so they're not going to play that. I think we want to use Lethal Exploit on their Shrine, because this can get out of hand for us. We won't be able to get through it. So we can play 1, 2, 3... Centipede here. Equip the battery onto the centipede. And will we trade that for Shrine Steward? Probably. They still have 1 black mana. I'm going to quickly look up what this card is. There's probably only 1 in the format that it could be. Let me see. Taking a quick look here. We've got a timeout, so I have a second. You are already dead. No, because it didn't give them priority. Clawing Torment. No, because it was an instant. Not seeing what it could be here. March of the Wretched Sorrow. That's probably it. Deals X damage to target creature or planeswalker and gains X life. Okay. So it looks like they'll be able to kill. So we have to make sure when we go for Lethal Exploit, if we're counting... Well, it does at the time that you cast this, so it doesn't matter. We can't really get blown out. So I'm pretty sure they have March of the Wretched Sorrow in hand. Okay, so they look like they'll trade. And I think we could just play Containment Construct here. Yeah, because they're still getting priority. And that first turn they played the Swamp and got priority for us on our turn with an instant. I think March of the Wretched Sorrow is the only card in the format that works with. And unfortunately, we just left ourselves open to it, because if we try to equip Rabbit Battery somewhere, they're just going to kill it with March of the Wretched Sorrow, and then we can't kill Goshentai anymore. So we kind of screwed that one up. We needed to hide this last turn and not play Containment Construct. So that was a bit of a mistake here. But I guess we have to try to make them do it. So go ahead and kill the Rabbit Battery now. Nope, they didn't do it. Alright, so we can kill this. So -2/-2, an additional -1/-1 for each modified creature you control as you cast. So it's -3/-3. And then we will get in with both of these here. Okay. Do they have farewell or something? No? So here comes March. So that's the card we knew they had. X equals 7. Yeah, they gotta gain 7 life here, sure. Let's go and hide our rabbit battery again. And end the turn. Michiko's Reign of Truth. So we could deal 2 to them and kill this thing. We could also bank that when this flips, it's just an X2 that we can kill. But I'm fine taking 3 this turn. And that probably does us in here. I don't think we can get through a double shrine. I mean, we can play Junji or something, but obviously we need some help. That is not at all any kind of help. Yeah, probably just gonna have to kill... Make sure this thing dies here. Because now we're not going to be able to do any more. Because this is going to come down and this is going to be a 3-3. So, oops. 2 damage to any target and 1 damage to each non-artifact creature target opponent controls. You are target opponent, so we'll go ahead and just do that, and then hopefully we draw Junji or Hidetsugo or something like that. Imperial Oath, yeah, that's a good one as well. Flame Discharge. Okay. I'm just gonna have to take 6 going forward now. Yep. And I think we're gonna be 0-2 here. Resolves. And then we'll do X equals 7. Because why not? Of course, we'll draw a land. And then I think we're going to take 8 here. And yeah, there's really nothing else we can do. So. Okay, yeah, sure. Go ahead and top deck Invoke Despair. We will go on to match 3, and hopefully we don't 0-3 out of this draft. Okay, pretty good hand here. Just need a land or 2. So thinking back on it, I do think that it was worth staying red-white, to be honest. So, yeah, a little unfortunate there. I think our deck is like half aggro, half control, and when your deck doesn't have an identity, it's just not good enough. So we can equip this here, give it return to action to kill that, but I'd rather just play something, I think. Let's equip that here. We'll get in for 2. Hopefully they don't mill Hidetsugo and Junji. Gift of Wrath. So we can return to... They're likely just to block here. We can return to action to kill this thing. And if they trade, then we can draw a card, get a 1/1. Alright, so we'll kill that, gain some life, and then... yeah, we'll end the turn here. See, we have like this aggro start, and then we're drawing cards that are like 4 and 5 mana without having the lands for it, so I think our deck is just confused. We have a confused deck. I'm just going to reconfigure this over here, because they're going to be more incentivized to kill that one, I think. And then we can get a 1/1 if they do that. Hopefully no 5/5 ninjutsu. No, but another Kami. +2/+2 and has menace. Let's just get this going here. No attacks. A replication specialist is probably going to do us in for a nice clean 0-3 here in this draft, so that's a bit unfortunate. We can play the boar and then equip it and hit them. It would trade for a Kami here. We can just go Voltron with Gift of Wrath and boar, reconfigure, all that kind of stuff. I don't know which we need to give Gift of Wrath to. Probably this. We just put it here. And then put this here so they don't have good attacks with their Kami. But we don't want to trade that just yet. We'd like to get the card off of this. And we just hope they don't go off with artifacts here. Although if they have Specialist in their deck, they are likely to do so. Alright, take 4. Wow. Yeah, that happened. And we'll draw another land here. We could trade this for one of these and draw a card. Get a 2/2. Another battery. All right. Let's see what they got here. We got 2 Arm Guard familiars. And we have another land. What can we do here? We can kind of like go crazy with this thing. Die. Voltron assembled. Attack. 8/8 menace. Go ahead. All right. Prowler, they get to gain some life here. They get to gain multiple lives here. They get 6 life. We take 6, go to 10. They have 2 3/1s. We might take 10. Yeah. Ambitious Assault. So we're attacking for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 right now, so it's not enough. 1, 2, 3. Do we die on the backswing here? Maybe? We do draw a card if we just cast this. Can also block. I think we have to attack. Guessed we can draw that card now. Yeah, Twin Shot Sniper's not so bad. Probably want to kill just one of these Prowlers here. Guess if we had attacked with everything, we could have put them to 1. That would have been nice. Yeah, we'll go ahead and kill the Prowler. Hanging on by a thread. Probably should have killed the one that would have gone to their graveyard to pump this power next turn, because this has trample as well. Maybe that would have been better. Hope that doesn't come back to bite us. Okay. Are we dead? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dead. Alright, 0-3. Yeah, here we are, 0-3. Don't think this deck deserved an 0-3. But I think we made a big mistake going out of red-white. We had a pretty good red-white deck, and then Junji made us get out of it. So make sure your decks have synergy, and don't do what I did, because certainly didn't pan out. Lots of trophies on the channel. Unfortunately, lots of 0-3s. So you get to learn from good drafts, and you get to learn from bad drafts here. We've got it all. You know, daily draft, we've got it all here. So be sure to stick around to the end of the video to talk through our trophy playlist if you want to see a good draft, or to find our last video in case you missed it. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on Monday for your daily draft.